At first, this place looked impossible. Nothing but dry desert sand stretched to the horizon. No trees, no grass, no shade. Just endless waves of orange earth under the burning sun. Local people said nothing useful had grown here for generations. Some experts believed this land had been too dry for farming for nearly 1,000 years. But a small group of farmers had a strange idea. They wanted to grow bananas here, not near a river, not in rich farmland, right here in the middle of the desert. Most people thought the plan would fail. Banana plants need huge amounts of water. They love rich soil and warm, humid air. The desert offered none of those things. Still, the farmers refused to give up. Before planting anything, they began preparing the land. Long trenches were dug deep into the sand. Truckloads of dark black soil were brought in from far away and carefully mixed into the trenches. Next came the irrigation system. Black drip irrigation pipes were laid across the desert floor. Every pipe was positioned with precision. Every drop of water would matter. The desert remained silent. The hot wind continued to blow across the empty landscape. But beneath the sand, something extraordinary was about to begin. The preparation was finally complete. Now came the most important step, the planting. Small banana saplings arrived at the desert farm. Compared to the endless sea of sand around them, the young plants looked fragile and helpless. Many people still believed the project would fail. The desert sun was relentless. Temperatures climbed higher each day. A single mistake could kill every plant within hours. The farmers worked carefully. One by one, each banana sapling was lowered into the dark soil trench. The roots were covered gently. The soil was pressed firmly into place. Then the irrigation system was switched on. For the first time, water began flowing beneath the desert sun. Drop by drop, minute by minute, the young banana plants received exactly the amount of water they needed. The first few days were critical. Every morning, the farmers inspected each sapling. They searched for signs of stress, yellow leaves, dry stems, wilting growth. But something surprising happened. The plants remained alive. Then, after several days, tiny fresh green leaves began appearing from the centers of the young banana plants. The desert had expected them to die. Instead, they were beginning to grow. Weeks passed. The farmers continued their routine every day. Water flowed slowly through the drip irrigation pipes. The black soil held precious moisture beneath the surface, and the young banana plants kept growing. At first, the changes were small. A new leaf appeared, then another, and another. The tiny saplings slowly transformed into strong young plants. Their roots pushed deeper into the dark soil. Each day, they searched for more water and nutrients hidden beneath the sand. The desert remained harsh. Hot winds swept across the dunes. The sun beat down from above, but the banana plants were adapting. Soon, bright green leaves began spreading across the farm. What had once been empty sand now showed patches of life. The contrast was incredible. Orange desert on one side, fresh green plants on the other. Visitors started arriving to see the project for themselves. Many expected to find dying crops. Instead, they found growing banana plants. The farmers were encouraged, but they knew the hardest challenge was still ahead. Growing leaves was one thing. Producing bananas in the middle of a desert was something completely different. The real test had only just begun. Months passed, and then something remarkable began to happen. The banana plants entered a period of rapid growth. Almost every week they looked larger. Their stems became thicker. Their leaves became wider. Some plants were now taller than the farmers caring for them. The transformation could be seen from far away. What had started as a few small green patches was becoming a real plantation. The desert landscape was changing. The large banana leaves created shade across the soil. This helped reduce water loss during the hottest parts of the day. Moisture remained in the ground longer. The plants were slowly creating their own small ecosystem. Insects began appearing. Small birds started visiting the farm. Life was returning to a place that had once seemed completely empty. The farmers watched carefully. Every new leaf was a sign that the project was working. Every healthy plant was proof that the desert was slowly losing its battle. But another important milestone was approaching. Deep inside the growing banana plants, the first flower stalks were beginning to form. Soon, the project would face its biggest test yet. Could these desert-grown plants actually produce fruit? The moment the farmers had been waiting for finally arrived. The first banana flowers appeared. Large purple flower buds emerged from the tops of the plants. Slowly, they pushed downward from the center of the stems. This was a critical stage. Everything depended on what happened next. The farmers watched closely. Day after day, the purple flowers continued to grow. One layer opened, then another. Beneath each layer, something incredible was beginning to appear. Tiny bananas. At first, they were barely visible. Small green fingers, no larger than a person's hand. But they were there. The desert-grown plants were producing fruit. Excitement spread throughout the farm. Months earlier, many people had predicted complete failure. Now, the evidence was hanging directly from the plants. The young bananas continued developing. Each week, they grew larger. Each week, the clusters became heavier. The farmers carefully adjusted the irrigation system. The growing fruit needed more water and nutrients than ever before. The desert still tested them every day. Hot winds continued to sweep across the plantation. But the banana plants held strong. And as the weeks passed, the tiny green bananas slowly transformed into something much bigger than anyone had expected.